everyone now is aware of the controversy that's been happening around Fani Willis down in Georgia. And now they're saying that some people are saying that this could affect the case against Donald Trump for the charges brought on by her in the state of Georgia. Uh, Tell us what you think is going to happen, because a lot of people are saying that she needs to recuse herself from this case. And the situation that happened was that she was dating a man who she was paying a salary, who was investigating uh, Donald Trump, and they believe she was paying him $600,000 a year.
I think that's how much he's still getting paid. So yeah, I know it was north of $500,000 that he's already been paid, which this guy Nathan Wade, she hired him to be a special prosecutor. I think she has 3 special prosecutors, and a lot of people have said that his hire was suspicious from the beginning because he apparently had no experience in handling RICO cases. So from the very start, it was a bit suspect as to why she hired him. There have been allegations made by one of Trump's co-defendants that she's in some type of relationship with Mr. Wade. I suppose, whatever you may want to say about that, hiring a person that you are romantically involved with, if that is in fact the case. Whether it is or not, I don't know. But it has become a hot mess. I know this is a negative song in general. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in the ATL around Miss Willis, because Mr. Wade's wife is the one that is apparently releasing this information regarding. She got access to some of his credit card information and found out that he's been taking vacations to a number of places, and he bought airline tickets for a person named Fani, Fannie Willis, and her name is Fani. It's pronounced Fani or whatever. But so the wife. So now the latest that happened is that Willis filed a motion against the wife, against Mr. Wade's wife, saying that the wife was trying to ruin her career, and the wife was making false charges against her, and the wife was trying to oppress her. Those were the exact words that she used. She's accusing this black woman of trying to oppress her by making these charges, and she's also accused Mr. Wade's estranged wife of collaborating with one of Trump's co-defendants in passing information on to them regarding this relationship. Now, Willis has been subpoenaed to testify in the divorce proceedings that are supposed to take place in February, and the judge has required her. She has to, on February the 2nd, she has to produce a written statement that responds to the charges against her that have been made by Mrs. Wade, the former wife of Nathan Wade. So, well, you know what the saying is: hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. So apparently this is a scorned woman. Apparently he filed for divorce on the same day that Willis hired him.
Wow. If this happened if this happened in North Carolina, under the laws here would allow Mrs. Wade to sue Fannie Willis
Well,
for
I'm sure that's coming. Yeah, for what, alienation of affections?
yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
something like that. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that's coming. Uh, the 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 mad Congresswoman, Margaret Taylor Greene, has filed a request that Willis be removed from the case. And there are some attorneys who think that it would be in the best interest of the case if Willis recused herself. She's obviously innocent until proven guilty of some crime. I don't know what that crime would be at this moment. Some people have even suggested that she may face RICO charges because, they're just totally abusing the RICO statute, in my opinion. I mean, she was part of the district attorney's office, which was then led by Paul Howard, Dwight Howard's uncle. They brought RICO charges against these school teachers for changing the scores on tests so that the teachers and the school could get additional money from the feds, and the teachers could get their bonuses. She used RICO. She was part of the legal team in the district attorney's office that filed RICO charges against school teachers. The Attorney General of Georgia has filed RICO charges against the people protesting against the building of Cop City in Atlanta. So it would be ironic if she wound up with facing RICO charges herself. I don't know exactly what the charges would be, but this is a hot mess. And I think you have to know, when you go into this arena, you dealing with the highest echelons, of the American empire, right?
Mhm.
This guy's a former president of the United States, supported by what, maybe 100 million people. And so you have got to know that they're gonna dig under your fingernails and everywhere else for anything. And it none of this may even be true. It may not be, or it may be, but the damage is done because of the optics. See, we in a area of the world where optics, Malcolm talked about this, right, in his speech, Communications and Reality, image making and illusion creating. So this is, I don't know. It was a bad decision on her part, if in fact, there's some kind of romantic links between her and the special prosecutor she hired.
And I don't understand why Fannie Willis would go. I don't have the audio, but I saw a speech where she went inside of a church trying to say what you said, that she was, this is about Black women being oppressed and all of this stuff. And, you trying to, I hate when people try to use Christianity, especially in the Black church, when they try to use Christianity to get people to forgive them, or they try to present themselves, as, oh, I'm not perfect and all of these things, and I can just fall back on my religion as an excuse or try to excuse, what I did.
Well, not only that, and I mean, it goes back to these preachers who are just pimping the Black church, in my opinion. I mean, we saw Joe Biden down there in the Church of Denmark Vesey, Mother Emmanuel, in the pulpit, and he was thankfully interrupted by some protesters. He's in there desecrating the church, Mother Emmanuel of Denmark Vesey. This is a man committing genocide. I mean, what kind of preachers what kind of ministers are these? And so they Willis runs to the church, of course. That's where everybody runs, right? The black church is just being prostituted.
Mm-hmm.
And so not only did she try to play the religious card because these ministers up there praying for her and all this kind of stuff, which, okay, that's fine. They can pray for her, but I mean, it's just the way the church is being, the way the black church is just being pimped. She also tried during that speech, Brother Amos, to play the race card.
Right.
She said that she has 3 special prosecutors. All of them are paid the same rate, but apparently Wade has worked way more hours. In fact, the Trump people found out that he charged them. I forgot. I think it was $20,000. I forget how much he charged them. He charged that he had an 8-hour meeting in the White House. He spent 8 hours in the White House. This and he charged Fulton County. He charged the Willis's office for the hours that he spent in the White House. And so now the Trump lawyers are saying this looks like collusion. This looks like collusion. Okay, so Willis gets up in the church and she says that she has 3 special prosecutors. They all are played the same rate. You know, why is all of this uproar about a black man? So now not only is she playing the Christian card, but she's trying to play the race card. Okay, so here you have people, just like they always get up, just like the president of Harvard. These people are O.J. Simpson. They are estranged from the black community from African people. But then when the white supremacist dynamic or whatever comes down on them or some elements of it, then they want to play the race card. And here she is, after charging, these poor school teachers with RICO charges.
And these are the type of situations where you look at people like Larry Elder and Jason Whitlock, and when they talk about stuff like this, or Candace Owens, they talk about stuff like this. These are the times where they're right. Where you have a situation where a black woman hired somebody that she was having sex with, allegedly, while he was a married man, and he was underqualified for the position and overcharging in a salary that he probably didn't even deserve. And when they're caught, she tries to use her religion and the race card to get out of it.
Yeah, well, that's the way the game is played. Just like I said, Willis is innocent until proven guilty. The optics have already done a tremendous amount of damage. I think the optics have done enough damage for her to recuse herself, from the case. Ironically, she could very well still be reelected district attorney because that's just the way, things work. Or, she may face some other charges. And
if she's trying to charge, come after Miss Wade.
Yes.
Then, what does that really say about her? Like, you allegedly having an affair with a married man. And see, this is what these, police officers and district attorneys and prosecutors do. Whenever the police are caught red-handed in something, they will harass a witness, or they will, try to find any ways they can to arrest somebody for petty crimes to get back at that person. There's been plenty of stories of people who have either sued the police or somehow, made a complaint against the police, where then that person is harassed by the police, followed around, given all these different little charges. So now she's trying to use her power and authority to come down on this woman because she called you out.
Yeah, intimidation. I mean, it's a classic mafia move. Lucky Luciano, right? Carlo Gambino. I mean, it's a classic mafia move. Interestingly, the lady that's representing Mrs. Wade said that, my client is just trying to, go through a divorce proceeding so that, she can, get a settlement. And Miss Willis has gone public with it, trying to use her office to, sway the media, or whatever, sway public opinion. So this is just a hot mess. I mean, man, this is something like, out of one of these soap operas, or, I mean, it's
Netflix
just,
movie.
oh yeah, I mean, man, this is, it's virtually unbelievable. But whether it saves Trump and his co-conspirators, from charges, in Georgia, that's well, not from charges, from actually conviction. It's going to be very interesting, particularly if she stays on the case. I mean, if she stays on the case, I could see his lawyers having an absolute field day. Because it. I assume that it's going to be like before some grand jury, and these people are certainly going to be aware of all of this that's taken place, and man, and Trump is teeing it up every day now. So it was, well, I got my saying about that thing. So I mean, man, it's something else, brother.
Will Fani Willis's actions ruin the chances of Trump being found guilty? Leave your comments down in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up, brothers and sisters. Definitely subscribe if you like the channel, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we upload new content. Until next time, be before Hodier.
Be before Hodier.